What up, y'all? So, according to according to the news, the winds have picked up, and I can actually tell the winds have picked up here because my internet's been a little buggy. So I'm gonna take it easy. I'm trying to drive so much internet connection right at the moment, and just kind of golf for a little minute and just see what's going on with this weather on one of my screens. And I don't know, man. What else can I freaking say? You know what I'm saying? Um, I don't really know what to say because I can't really, do anything with Mother Nature. So it's more or less we just try to hold on and see what's up. You know what I'm saying? Right at the moment, I'm taking delivery of I started the stream before I actually saved the settings um, for the game, so I have to change the names of the game at least across all platforms, which I'm on the last one right now actually. All right, so that's done. Excuse me. All right, so a golf person, that's fine, but light golf is shit pretty cool. And then I kind of get to not have to worry about the weather messing with me right now because this hurricane, man. I don't know if y'all saw what the damage of this hurricane did to the Bahamas. This hurricane is looking like it wants to make landfall or damn near make landfall in South Carolina, or either North Carolina. So, uh, I don't know, man. I don't even know. Like I said, I figure I play a little bit of golf.
EA Sports is proud to present PGA Tour coverage.
If the weather gets better, and I'm gonna jump on something like Division or Call of Duty or something like that. Yeah.
Today, it's live opening round coverage of the Mountain Shootout.
Shout out to Sean, he one of the top fans. I see you, homie. All right, man. See where I'm at?
Back over to number 7. Frank, nothing spectacular to this point in the first round. What does the player need to do just to kind of generate some momentum?
I actually think they're playing it right, Rich. It's just, you compared to the top of the leaderboard, you start to think, well, maybe they're struggling. But there's ebbs and flows in this game. At the moment, it's just sort of almost like a holding
I'm struggling.
pattern.
I don't know what they're
It's time
talking
to
about. I'm
change that.
struggling. I'm definitely. I don't know.
Nice
I think
long
I'm just
tee
starting
shot
this,
there, and good lie,
this
Frank.
tournament, so I might not be struggling as bad as I think I am.
Setting up for this next approach, our featured player starting to pick it up after that less than stellar start to the round.
But as we know, Rich, golf is such a streaky game. Perhaps now this player can catch fire and put together some good holes in a row.
That's way too much. That's not enough. Boy, this shit get on my nerves. Not concentrate. That bitch moved too fast when I pick it up. Come on. Shit. That bitch going in the goddamn row.
There's a bunker over there.
I think he's headed for it. Not his best shot, and now he'll have to deal with a bunker.
Yeah, they say the hardest shot in golf, the next one.
In the
Bingo.
Cup.
Bingo. Yeah. That's what I'm talking about. Ooh. Damn.
Now to the second par 5 on this opening 9.
I like to
Frank,
make
this
up for
is a
mistakes.
pretty long
That's one
hole,
thing about
602 yards.
Well, it's called hoodoo. You know what hoodoo means? It means bad luck, actually, so you don't really want to be thinking about that on this tee shot. 602 yards, if you belt one off the tee, well, you might avoid the bad luck.
Put it right at the target. I'm going to see how far right it's going to go. So we'll push him back.
Frank, not just a player, but an artist. Just beautiful work right there.
The only thing I can say, Rich, is that was Sevier-esque.
We'll go another point.
You can see why this player has been compared to a young Rory MciLroy, featured golfer making birdie and now sitting comfortably inside that cut line.
Comfortably inside that cut line. Because all I do is cut up.
He's loading up on it.
Load
Look at the
up.
coil
Watch out,
there.
baby. Stiff on.
I mean, that is one of the hardest drives I've ever seen. Just let it rip.
Smoke that
I'm in
one.
ninth place right now. I'm trying to chase the leader.
Excellent start
So I
off
gotta
the
make
tee.
sure
That's
my
a
approach
great way
shot's
to begin
good,
this
my
hole.
approach shot
Frank, a
good.
lot of exciting shots on
I
this
don't have to
opening
worry
side, and here
about
we
my
go
putt,
again,
because the
second
putt's
to
the
this
hardest
par
part
5
of the game.
ninth.
Got to look at the green down the other side, Rich. Pitches a lot from left to right, so two choices. You can hit a normal shot. You've got to aim that a little left of that flag. Either that or draw it back towards the flag and into that uphill slope.
Probably pulled it too far to the right. We'll go check it out.
Appears to be what they call a commercial play. Very solid.
Nah, it's pretty good. Pretty good.
Frank, you hit it 9 feet all day. You'll have a good round. Not a gimme, but well within his range.
Little eagle. Oh!
So close. Just a tap in from there. Just a tap in to finish the hole.
Killing me, Smalls. I wanted that eagle bad, too.
And yet another birdie, this time inching into the top 5.
Damn. That'll put me in
Rich
second place.
Lerner alongside Frank
That eagle
Nobilo
would've
for
put me in
EA
second place.
Sports. We are back on this beautiful day here at Banff Springs in the Canadian Rockies. Set to kick off all the action on the back 9. The 10th begin with a par 3, Frank, 218
bitch.
yards.
Come on.
And I have no idea
Drop
why this is
good
called
for
a
me.
little bow, because over 200 yards, you really have to bow up with this tee shot. That's for sure. Standing there, you need something that comes out of the gate very, very straight, and with a decent height on it as well. If you want to land on that left side of the green and
Like
make
I
it
say, your
stop.
approach shot
Standing over this putt, concentrating on the read.
is a key to your putt. Ooh, let's go.
You really like to see players show some fight, Frank, and that's what
Where I
we're
met on
seeing
the
right
board.
here. That was a
Where I
good
met
birdie
on the
right
board.
there,
Short term.
and that poor start to the round seems like a long time ago.
It is just when we thought they were dead and buried. No more.
Yeah. Your boy went from, in the first round, your boy went from even to 5 under in second place. They can't stop me. I'm on fire. Round 2. Let's go ahead and get into round 2. And them Roger Wood thoughts are starting to smell real, real delectable right now. see what we got going on. What's going on, y'all? I decided to give I'm on this golf, man. The weather went up, so it's kind of disturbing the internet here and there. I can stream golf at a different setting. Doesn't take too much.
This is EA Sports PGA Tour
Let's go ahead and
coverage.
get to the
Coming
second
up
round,
next.
shall we? Woohoo!
It's second round coverage of the Mountain Shootout.
Mountain Shootout. That's what it's called, a Mountain Shootout? Who they shooting out with? They ain't shooting out with me, son. What you talking about? It's not shooting out with me, son. Not. What you talking about? Let's go ahead and get into this shit, though. All right, so you see what they've shot today, right?
Well, look at this hole, Frank. A par 3, 192 yards. It is beautiful.
It's called Devil's Cauldron, but with that lake, I think that should cool you down, not heat you up. Just keep an eye on that drop of elevation. For every 10 yards, you should reduce it by a club. So it's going to play some 50, 60 feet downhill.
All right, come on. Come on. Come on. All right.
He's making the game look very simple right now. See it, hit it, and he's got it right on track. Shouldn't be a problem here. Good try, just didn't quite read the break, Frank.
It shouldn't be a problem, you'd think, cleaning up here for par.
Nudge this one home, finish it up.
I don't like pars, but I'll take a par before I take a bogey.
Did the job right there.
I mean, I'm 2 shots above the cut line.
Back on the tee here at Banff Springs, 5th hole, 424-yard par 4. What's the setup here, Frank?
Well, it's very tempting to try and hit a draw because that's the way in which the hole is shaped. But the main goal is to make sure that you can take that second bunker, the one on the left side, out of play with that tee shot.
This hole right here in half.
That is a fantastic long shot.
There's no way he could hit that without a tail breeze. Surely that breeze had to help there.
Come on, stop.
Well, this one should be safe.
Oh, that bitch hit the pole.
Terrific golf shot. And now, that for an easy birdie. Made a par in his previous round. This time, it's for birdie. Wow, that hurt.
It did. Shot gone forever.
Told y'all them putts, man.
Just needs to keep it steady here over the putt. Well, not in contention,
Appreciate that, JT,
but
for
in
liking
for
the
par.
video.
Frank, as we arrive here at the par 4 6th hole, reasonably short at 373 yards. A lot of golfers arrive at a hole like this and they'll think, well, I'm just going to blast it away because it's such a short 4. You think these kinds of holes require a little more thinking?
They certainly do, Rich. If you can't drive it to the front edge of the green, there's no point really trying to hit it through that narrow neck. You can just sort of knock a 3-wood down there, or something that's going to give you a decent yardage where you can at least spin that second shot. You can guarantee that ball's going to stop when it lands. It's going to be much easier than trying to fashion some sort of pitch and run.
Frank, really good chance from this position to make a birdie.
Yeah, really the only thing he's looking at right now is the flag. This is a green light special.
Oh! Damn.
On the green, and looking at a birdie opportunity.
Even par currently.
Got him.
Needs a few more of those. That was a good birdie.
Yeah, this time that one gets him in the top 10.
Well, Frank, how about this hole? 602 yards of par 5, although I guess I shouldn't be that surprised. 602 yards these days for a long hitter.
What are you saying? It's a drive and a 7-iron?
That's a mid-range par 5.
Well, yeah, 2 woods. The longer hitters will definitely get at home there, especially in good conditions. But bunker down the left.
Try to go ahead and make this an eagle this hole.
We can think about the second
Par
shot.
5.
Good tee shot right in the short
on
grass.
par 5, I try to go for it.
Looks like he's going to have a go at it here at the par 5. His second shot.
Man, that bitch came in hot.
Frank had hit the green, but just didn't have enough backspin.
Yeah, you wonder what he was thinking on that.
Frank, a little chip shot here from the fringe. Now, a lot of options. I've seen some players hit 6-iron. Others will shut down like a sand wedge.
Yeah, there's 2 schools of thought. Some people just try and perfect like one club. But really, the best chippers chip with a variety of clubs.
Made par yesterday. This one for birdie. Has it. Now to 7 under for the tournament. There you have it, Frank. The second round is complete. What are your thoughts?
I think anybody looking at this leaderboard, anybody in the top 10 of that leaderboard is certainly in a good position to win. Quality of the golf there in that first 10 is excellent.
Man. God, boy. I need a couple eagles. I need probably 2 eagles. Well, 1 eagle will put me in contention. Well, I'm still in contention. Technically, I still got 2 rounds of golf to play. But just more or less wanting to put myself, usually after the second round, I'm already put myself in the top 10, even after everybody else is taking their final shots. So we're going to just try to persevere. We still got 2 more rounds left. Let's try to keep going.
Presented by EA Sports in association with the PGA Tour. Today it's live third round coverage of the Mountain Shootout.
Put a little bit too much left on that. Let's see how that work out.
Rich, that tee shot there has shortened up this hole considerably. It's made a tough par 4 into, well, we'll see, but it looks like a very birdieable hole now.
You hit it right where you want. Now he has a good chance to attack that whole location.
Damn it.
On the green, and a chance for birdie here on the first hole. Frank, this would be a nice way to jumpstart the round.
Yeah, his momentum can quickly go in the right direction if he makes this.
Oh, shit. No, son.
Frank, that's what you want to do. Good line putt.
Yeah, they can't all go.
Whoa, that was crazy. That was crazy.
This one just requires a little bit of focus.
Wow.
Man.
Just pushed it.
Boy, that hurts. Hoping to drop only one shot. This for bogey. So another bogey on the scorecard. And Frank, what happened this week?
I think it's a week to forget, Rich.
Frank, it's always nice to begin a round with a little variety. We had a relatively short par 4 opening hole and now a par 3 to back it up.
You can see why short iron play is going to be paramount today, Rich. Short iron into the first hole and a chance here to hit another short iron into a short par 3. So you can get off to a very fast start.
On the green, and a chance for birdie. And it's a long way to the hole from here. Never easy. you couldn't ask for much more than that, except to make it.
Should have drive you crazy.
That's a nice confidence builder right there. You make those for par, and you keep things steady. Well, Frank, as we get to the third hole here at par 5, it feels to me like you need to be at a minimum 1 under through the first 3 holes, or you're losing ground to the field.
You're exactly right. Chance here for birdie or eagle, too. This is one of those holes you can just wind it up and let it fly, and you'll certainly get a good reward with a big tee shot.
Just pulverize that golf ball. And now it's right in his wheelhouse. Good position where he can attack the pin.
Yeah, he has all those options now. With that ball sitting up, you can bring it in high, you can bring it in low. The choice is yours.
It is always so disappointing from that kind of a spot when you come up short.
Yeah, you're licking your chops over that one. A shot you think you could hit directly at the flag. Now, test for the short game.
There we go.
Something happens that's good.
That's a nice shot right there.
There we go. Double eagles in the zone.
Now to another par 3. This is the 4th hole, 192 yards, way down the hill.
It's going to play closer to 170 yards, Rich. You're going to have to reduce that distance by at least a couple of clubs. And consequently, if you hit one hanging up in the air, if you get a breeze that goes through that valley, it's going to start to sort of move that ball around. So just keep your eyes open there where that breeze is coming from.
See where we land this thing at.
It should be pretty good right there. On the safe side.
Oh, yeah. What a good shot.
You can't hide the flagstick from that man.
He is just unbelievable. That never deviated offline.
Oh, that hurts. Well, that's just a case of not focusing right there. What a lapse in concentration. And getting ready for the putt. Has it. Good putt right there.
I didn't read it right.
3 rounds in the books. Outside the top 10 going to the final 18. Frank, what are your thoughts?
Well, I think you're going to have to approach the final round in a couple of different phases. Try and be aggressive early on. If you do get a few birdies in the bank, you really still can fancy yourself with a chance to win. It'll all depend on that start tomorrow.
Damn, boy, I'm back 11 shots. Damn. I don't know. Unless somebody bogey, double bogey, the way that leaderboard look, I don't know. I might have hit way too many pars this particular tournament. Everybody seemed to be shooting pretty good. Except for me, I'm shooting subpar. Yeah, that's about it. I mean, my overall is, I'm the #1 golfer of the season. So they already know that I can golf.
Coverage coming your way is presented by EA Sports
so again, let's just
and the PGA Tour. Today it's live final round coverage of the Mountain Shootout.
Slightly right at the target. Hopefully I don't go into the... Okay, yeah, we got a good shot.
Good strike, good lie, good chance to attack the pin. Frank, this is a position where a player is absolutely licking his chops here. Good chance to make a birdie.
Yeah, this is when this game just looks like fun. Bunkers don't seem to be in play. The only thing you're really looking at right now is just the flag.
All right, we're fighting to win, but it's going to drop in the road.
Midway through this back 9, could use this birdie here at the 14th. Now this for birdie, came away with par in the previous round. Very well done. Almost made it.
Yeah, there'll be no stress for the next one.
Trying to move on with a par in his pocket.
Like I said, I don't necessarily like pars.
He'll take par.
But I'll take a par
on.
before I take a birdie.
Well, now the par fours begin to stretch out a little bit. The 15th here, Frank, is 475 yards.
Certainly want to put your big shoes on here. Nice big slinging draw off the tee might help. Go a little further. Does go, he's loading up on it.
Look at the coil there.
Load up on a nice shot. Try to get me a little bit closer.
Took off the face.
Almost 400 yards.
Well, a hard hole after that tee shot has now become an easy hole.
It's the great equalizer. When you can drive the golf ball, Frank, just like that, boy, it opens up so many avenues, and he'll have plenty to choose from here. Looks good. Chance to make a birdie.
Should be safely on deck.
Yeah, hell of a
Terrific
shot.
golf shot. And now, that for an easy birdie. Getting set now over the putt. We haven't seen a whole lot of that, Frank, but that has to feel good. Frank, the 16th hole, 414 yards, par 4, is nicknamed GOAT. Would that be greatest of all time, or is it just because the possibility you could see old Billy out there, the Canadian Rockies?
I'd like to think it's the greatest of all time. I've never seen a GOAT hit a draw, that's why, and that's what's needed off this tee once again. The first bunkie should easily be able to carry that, and, well, if you're the greatest of all time, this is a fairway, you'll certainly hit. Rich, there's rough and rough. That ball is needle-nosed down.
Can't even see it from here. That is classy.
They had a chance of going in.
Frankie's going for 2 birdies in a row.
If he can knock this one in, then that's certainly going to help the confidence.
Really starting to shine, moves to 10 under for the tournament. Just 2 holes left here at Banff Springs, and Frank, another par 4. This one short, 374 yards.
It is. It's named Sarsi, which is a tribute to the Indian tribes here in the First Nations of Canada. So just think about that when you're teeing it off here on what is not an overly difficult par 4.
It's nice to roll in a 25-footer now and then. Those feel good. But still, there's nothing like hitting that perfect tee ball. Long and straight.
Yeah, you can puff out your chest, last to play, the advantage, holes shorter. Basically, the list goes on.
So the second of the par 4 goes begging, and now I'll have to rely on the short game.
Yeah, but a short game, as we all know, can redeem a lot of mistakes. See if he does it here.
These are the kind of putts that keep a round going about 10 feet away for par. Not a gimme, but well within his range. That is a solid par putt. Well, Frank, this sets up for an exciting finish here at Banff Springs, a 578-yard par 5.
It's just about a bunker in play for every length of tee shot here, so know exactly which one you can carry and exactly which one you can't reach.
Frank, not the longest hitter, but sometimes you win tournaments by putting it in a good spot, and that's where we are right here, 280 yards out.
Yeah, 280 down the middle of the fairway. That'll never get you in trouble.
Playing his second shot here at the par 5. This one looks like it's headed right for the middle of the dance floor, Frank.
Rather nice shot, I would say.
That one was running so hot.
Looking at these people on the dang on TV packing their stuff up in Florida.
He'll need to be strong with this. Frank, not close, but from that line, not bad.
Oh, that's excellent. Seriously, given the conditions, Rich.
Birdie putt coming up. The par on this hole yesterday. Frankie took plenty of time on this birdie putt. He looked at it from 3 different angles. He forgot one very important ingredient.
Yeah, pace. You can definitely fall in love with the line, even with approach shots as well, but obviously we see it more on putting.
Frank, that's a par, and onward we go.
All right, let me fix my damn snack.
Frank, it was a great setting with great crowds. We saw plenty of very good golf. Your thoughts?
I think the course really extracted some of the golf that we saw. It forced these players to play just some great golf, and it wasn't just like a pitch and a putt golf course. So I think seeing the guys tested, seeing the players tested at this level, it was a treat.
They talking about this storm supposed to make landfall somewhere in South Carolina or North Carolina. Man, look. I ain't ready for this storm, y'all. I ain't gonna lie to you. I'm gonna sit back and eat the whole storm. I ain't even gonna front. Be back snacking. Snack. Eat. Might as well. Shit. See there? Number one. Won the most events this season. Let's see what my attribute bonus thing says. Ultra precision. I do know it's cold as fucking here. I got the goddamn AC lit in this bed right now.
EA Sports and the PGA of America are proud to present opening round coverage of the PGA Championship. They have gathered from around the world here at Quail Hollow in Charlotte, North Carolina for the final major championship of the year. We will crown our next PGA Championship winner. Rich Lerner alongside Frank Nobilo. Happy to be here calling all the action. Frank, what is the mindset for this final major of the season?
Oh, I think it's taken a long time to get here, but it's well-deserved, Rich. When you think of the luster of the Wanamaker Trophy, you know, winners like Rory MciLroy, Jordan Spieth of recent, but Gary Player, Jack Nicklaus, Lee Trevino, the list goes on and on. The fourth major, some say the defining major of the year, but played at a golf course that we're well used to now. So I'm looking forward to it, Rich. Oh, if this is up, it's good. I tell you, there's long and long, and that with a little bit of breeze behind, it's long.
He rode the wind there to payday. He's going to have a good look coming up. Missed that one, and it is going towards the rough. You have to think he'll be happy with that, given that it looked like it was headed right for the rough.
Yeah, it looked like that was the only place it was going to finish, but, well, it's a little bit unexplainable. Let's see what he does from here now. Lucky break.
Well, that's how you keep a round going, make cuts just like that. At last, we have arrived at the start of one of the most daunting finishing stretches in all of golf. They call it the Green Mile, 16, 17, and 18 here at Quail Hollow. The 16th is a par 4, 508 yards, Frank.
And this hole was made even more difficult when they pushed that green further left to bring the... It's gone for a little extra.